Hey there, folks. So my name is Alok. I've been a techie for about 9 years now. I've been working in something called networking, and today I'm gonna talk about a very simple and basic concept of networking, which is very commonly asked in many of the interviews that you give. So I hope this helps out a lot of folks. So let's talk a bit about three-way handshake, right? So as we know that on the TCP/IP model, you have four layers: uh, application, presentation, and session layer is clubbed into a single application layer. There is a transport layer, there's a network layer, and there's a link layer. So the transport layer consists of two different protocols, TCP as well as UDP. And TCP, which we call as connection oriented protocol, uses something called as three-way handshake. Now, why do we use three-way handshake? um, think of any common scenario where you're talking with your friend and you are giving or transferring some data in the form of words to your friend to communicate. Now, if you won't receive an acknowledgement back, you'll think, is my friend even listening? Are my words being understood by my friend? So in a similar fashion, connection oriented protocol means that there has to be acknowledgement for every data that you receive. So yeah, thinking of this concept, let's take one client and one server, uh, where the client wants to send some data to the server. It uses three-way handshake as a mechanism to establish a connectivity before transferring the actual data, right? So there are many flags like SYN, push, urgent, fin, right? So we're talking about SYN flag in the TCP header. So whenever the client wants to communicate with the server, it goes ahead and it sets the SYN flag of the packet, and it sends the SYN packet to the server, and the SYN packet will have some sequence number of that specific packet. Let's consider an our example that that sequence number is 100. Okay, so now the server receives the SYN packet, and it has to give an acknowledgement back to the client saying that, hey, I've received your SYN packet, send me the next packet, right? So for every sequence number of any packet, if there's an acknowledgement that is getting generated, uh, either the client or the server, whoever is receiving it, they'll increment that sequence number with one, depicting that they want the next packet with the sequence number this. So after 100, the acknowledgement number from the server would be like 101, incrementing the 100 number to 1, saying that, hey, I've received 100th packet, I want the 101th packet, right? And along with that ACK, the server will also send its own SYN packet. So here the SYN is piggybacking in this ACK packet. So in this packet, you will see that the SYN as well as the ACK, both flags are set, and the SYN will have its own sequence number because this is a different sequence altogether. So let's say that the sequence number of the server is 200, right? um, so now when the client again receives this SYN, it has to generate an acknowledgement back, right, for this SYN. So it will send the final acknowledgement back saying that, hey, I've received your ACK as well as I've received a new SYN, so here's the acknowledgement for that SYN, incrementing it with one, right? So this is how a three-way handshake will look like. The sequence number is a random number which could be lengthier as well. So this is how the connectivity will get established before any communication starts in a TCP session. I hope this helps out. Thank you so much.